Alright, grade 11s, this is page number 86 of Interpenetration and Development, and the instructions on the top right hand side tells us that there are two pipes interpenetrating, and both of them are cylindrical pipes, and I want to have a look at what they look like in 3D. So just to give you an idea of what it looks like. So here is a 3D version of it. The blue is the main pipe, which is vertically positioned, and the red one is the branch pipe, which angles from the side. That line that you see there is the line of interpenetration which we need to draw. Okay, there's both 3D views of it. If you look at the 2D, that's how the 2D should be, where it penetrates, and that is the line which will form the line of interpenetration, which basically means that a welder will have to weld alongside that line there to be able to connect this red pipe to the blue pipe. Okay, excellent stuff. Now we're going to revert back to our drawing. So I'm going to start with this circle here and then move on to that front view there. So this circle has a diameter of 52, which basically means I need a radius from the center till there along my reference point, and 52 divided by 2 is 26. So I'm going to take my ruler and open it up at 26, which is right there. Put it on my reference point and just draw a circle. You can, however, make sure that your circle is nice and dark, because you're not going to come back to the circle. It's actually the shape that it's supposed to be. It's not a construction. So there's my circle, which is represented here in this non-scale drawing there. I am now going to project my circle up, and I'm first going to draw a divider line or a separation line, and then I'm going to project my circle up to my front view like that there, and I'm going to take my center as well. Then I'm going to create a base, and I find that that's my base there, and it's 74 in height. So there's 70, 1, 2, 3, 4 is going to be there, and I'm going to mark 74 off, and then I'm going to draw a line there. I'm going to darken this line here because that forms my top. I'm going to darken this line. I just want to correct my skew line here. Okay, I'm going to darken this line here at the bottom as well. There we go. And then this is going to be darkened as well. I'm not going to darken this one yet, as we are going to interpenetrate that side there. Now, I am going to go and do the branch pipe, which is basically the same size of 52 as my main pipe. So all I need to do, because it's the same size, I want to create a center there. I'm going to project this center down as well, and from this point here it goes that way and it goes that way because it's the same size, and it's 18 from this point, which basically means it's 18 away here. So I can measure that 18 either there, or I can measure it at the top here, doesn't matter, and then I'm going to just project the 18 here, and it's going to connect there as well. Once I have completed this top view here, I can darken that there, and I can darken that point till there, and darken that point till there, and that is what I have here. Then this penetration takes place in the center of the 74, so I need to just make sure that when I do get the center line, that I actually will get half of my 74, which is basically 37. So 37 is 35, 36, 37, which is my center there. I now am going to draw a center line. And then of course, because I know that from here to here is 52, half of 52 is 26, I'm going to go 26 to my top there, and 26 to my bottom, which is basically there. And then I'm going to just project that till there for now. I can darken that, project that till there for now, darken that, and draw a back line here too. I can also add that in there so long and that in there so long. So there's some interpenetration that will happen here, which I need to do a basic construction about. Alright, now what I would suggest, because a circle doesn't have any fixed corners, we need to create various intervals, and by doing that we are going to create a semicircle, which is very effective, and that's a construction, can be faint, and I'm going to do a semicircle here as well. There we go, there's my semicircle, faint. And then I'm going to use my 30 and 60 divisions. So it's already in in quarters. Now I just need to draw my divisions of 60 and 30 there, downstairs there, and then swap around this set square and draw a 30 there and a 60 down there. I'm going to follow the same procedure here, 60 and 30, and just go around like that. There's going to be 60 and 30 is going to be. So I've created these points here, intermediate ones and main ones, as I would call it. And I want to clearly mark them so that you can see what I'm doing. This is a fine construction. So I'm going to assume that it's a full circle, so I'm going to say maybe this is number 1, and I have number 2 here on top, or should I say along the side. 3 would have been there, so I'm going to just fold it and say 3 is there and 4 is at the bottom. Now between each of the main points 1, 2, 3 and 4, you will have 2 intermediates between 1 and 4, and 2 intermediates between 1 and 2, and there will be 2 intermediates which will be between each. Then to number your points here, you can't have 2 and 4 like that here. 2 and 4 is will now be in the center here, so that's going to be 2 and 4 there, and 1 and 3 will probably go 1 on top and 3 at the bottom. Doesn't matter, but it can't be in the same line as it is here. So 1 and 3 have moved to the top and bottom basically, and 2 and 4 have moved to the center now. Alright, then I'm going to take these lines and create contact points. There's a contact point. Contact point. We have already one contact point here and a contact point there, and we are just connecting the internal or intermediate contact points there and there. So I want to mark it clearly. These are all contact points. There, 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 and there. This is number 1 and number 3 contact point. This is number 4 contact point, and that's number 2. And then what's going to happen is that I'm going to draw my lines up like this. So you will see those two are actually, these ones have been drawn up already, that's the center. Those two connect, and these two here connect as well. Right, and then, learners, I'm going to take these points across like that. And we're going to find the coordinates of points. Now find your main ones first. If you look at, for example, let's start with number 1. Number 1 and 3 contact point here. So that is where number 3 is going to be and number 1 is going to be. Okay. If you look at the 2 points on the inside of 1 and 3, it's going to go up and it's probably going to be 1 in and 1 in there. If you take the next one, that point here on the inside, take it up, it's going to drop down 1 in and 1 in. And then the last 2 points will be 4 and 2, which is here and there, and if you take 4 and 2 up, it meets up with 4 and 2 over there. Then, if you carefully take your straight edge, you're going to find that all these points are actually lining up, like that there, forming your line of interpenetration, like that there. That has been completed now. Then we are going to take the branch. This is the branch pipe, right? That's the branch pipe. And we're going to pull this out and we're going to develop it. Now, I just want to create some space for the development on this side here. So I'm pulling it out. The straight side here, I'm going to put right there. So I'm developing this in a vertical way or vertical position. I could have done it in a horizontal position as well. But just to show you how I pull it out and I develop it and I unfold it. And I'm going to have a starter line at the top here. Anyway, I'm going to have a starter line. So yeah, that's my starter line and I'm going to start developing it from number 1. Now, because it's a circle and a circle does not have fixed points, and you created fictitious points for it to have the points of interpenetration, so you should have it for development purposes as well. And I would use a particular formula, knowing in mathematics that when you develop a circle, pi is a symbol which is very dominant in developing circles or finding circumferences or the perimeter of a circle or the area of a circle. Pi comes in. In this situation, we're going to use pi times, this is a very important calculation, diameter. Right? Pi being 3.142 times the diameter of this circle which we're developing is 52. Let's go to our calculator. Our calculator says 3.142 times 52 equals, our answer is 163. So 163. Here we go. 163. I'm going to divide that 163 by 12, and I'm going to get, say, 14. If I round it off, 13.6, I'm going to round it off to, but I'm first going to divide it by 12, sorry, and then my answer is going to be 13.6, which I'm going to round off to 14. Right? That fraction of a 0.4 is not going to make a big difference. Then I'm going to take my compass and I'm going to open up my compass point at 14. Right? One short of 15 instead of measuring it. And I know that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on this side and 6 on the other side. So 12 spaces I need to have. So I'm going to take my compass, put it on there, and mark 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and perfectly 12 fits in there. Now I will project my lines across like that, to create my various intervals of 14 millimeters apart. Alright, and then you will probably find that if you take 14 and you times it by the 12, you're going to end up getting 163 point something from the distance here. Now remember, it is 1 and then there are 2 intermediates, 1, 2 intermediates, 2. 2 intermediates, 3. 2 intermediates, 4. 2 intermediates back to 1. It doesn't matter if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and you go up until 12. I like the 2 intermediate because I have that there. Then you will have to go to number 1 literally with your compass like that and find the distance, because that is the line here at the back. You find the distance to the dot 1 where you plot it for the interpenetration, and you go there and you mark it. Oops, let me just go back. So I put it here and I mark. That's 1. And then you move your way down to the next point, which is there. Okay, that's going to be the point. I just want to get that point there. And you move your way down. Okay. Go to the next point, which is here. Mark it there. Next point. And you're going to get to 2. You see 2? Put it on here. 2 is the far point. On here, 2. Now you're going to go to the next one here at the bottom. There. You mark it there, which is the same as that. And then here to that point there, it's going to be here. And then number 3 will come into play there. Number 3. Okay. And so you can continue. Now you go up again. And I'm going to show you go up there. Moving back to the top. So I'm going to do it a little bit faster. There, and then you're going to do that one there, number 4, that one there, in between number 4, and that one there, just before we get back to number 1. Then number 1 is the shortest one, which is the same as that there, number 1 there. Okay. This line is going to be drawn in freehand. So first go over it like that and make sure it crosses through all the points like that, and then there. And then once you have that, you're going to darken that like that there, darken that like that there, and darken it. Add your straight line here. Add your straight line there and finish it off by connecting the 2 sides with the baseline there. And that's basically your interpenetration and development of 2 cylindrical pipes. Thank you and enjoy.